Greetings once again and welcome to another awesome SETMind edition. In this short video, we'll be looking at another question 2 of the 2023 calculus exam for engineering maths 1B. So for this question, we are given for the curve x squared equals, or x squared plus y squared equals what we are given. The first question requires us to find dy dx. And what you need to note is that what we have here is actually implicit differentiation. So what we are going to do with implicit differentiation is differentiate the left-hand side and the right-hand side. But let's first write quickly what we are given. So we're given y squared plus x squared to be equal to 2x squared plus 2y squared minus x. And all of this is squared. So what we are going to do is to differentiate the left-hand side and the right-hand side with respect to x. So now that we have our derivative on the left-hand side and also on the right-hand side, we can now start doing our differentiation. So let's move this to the other page. We'll deal with it later. So when you look at the left-hand side, when we derive x squared, when we differentiate x squared, what we end up getting is 2x. And then when we differentiate y squared, what you should realize is that we'll get 2y. But because of chain rule, remember y is a function of x. So we'll derive it using the power rule and then multiply by the derivative of y itself. So we'll have dy dx. And this will be equal to, so if you observe carefully, we'll derive the bigger bracket, which has a 2. So we'll end up having 2x squared plus 2y squared minus x. And then according to chain rule, we now need to multiply by the derivative of what is inside. So we now have a 1 there. So when we derive 2x squared, we get 4x. When we derive 2y squared, we end up getting 4y and then dy dx. Let's make some space. So this will be multiplied by dy dx. Then if you look carefully, we have x there, which we can derive to get a minus 1. Okay. So now all what we need to do, if you look at our problem, we just need to go and solve for dy dx. So which means we just need to work around and make it the subject of the formula. So I'm going to keep the left-hand side as is, which it will be 2x plus 2y dy dx. And this will be equal to, so what I'm going to do is to quickly attempt to actually multiply, not all these brackets, but separate them into 2. So the 4x minus 1 will go together. So meaning what we'll have is this 2, I'll just multiply it inside there. So I'll have 4x squared plus 4y squared, then minus 2x multiplied by 4x minus 1. And then the other bracket will be 4x squared plus 4y squared minus 2x. And that will actually be multiplied by this 4y and then dy dx. So all what I'm going to do now is to transpose this to the left-hand side and then start doing our multiplication or our solving for this. So when we now transpose, what you will see is we'll have 2y dy dx and then minus 4y, which I can choose to multiply it inside, but let's keep it maybe as is. Well, 4y squared plus 4y squared, then minus 2x, and this is multiplied by dy dx. So if you look at what will be left on the right hand side, it will just be that 4x squared plus 4y squared minus 2x, and it is multiplied by that entire other bracket, of which it is just 4x minus 1, like that. And then this will just move to the left, which means we'll have minus 2x. Okay. So now we can factor out our dy dx and solve for it. So if you observe carefully, we'll have 2y, and then we'll have 16x squared y, and then we'll have minus 16y cubed, and then minus 8. In fact, it will be plus 8 xy, and this will be multiplied by dy dx. And all of this is just equal to what we have on the right hand side. So if you observe carefully, we are now in a position where we can solve for dy dx by simply dividing the left hand side and the right hand side by the common, or the part which is multiplying the dy dx. So we'll have the right hand side like this, and it will be divided by the left hand side, which is all of this here. Let's copy and paste it here. So that becomes our final answer for the first question, and I hope you do understand. So this here becomes our final answer. So that is what our dy dx is equal to. So next we can go and have a look at question B and see what is expected of us. And if we look at this question, we are told that we are given, in fact, I'm supposed to get B. Sorry about that. This is actually question B, where we are required to find the equation of the tangent to the curve at a given point, which is in 1/2. So what you should remember is a couple of things, which is that a tangent is obviously a straight line. So what that means is that the equation of a tangent, as they do say, it will be 1y equals mx plus c, where m will be the gradient of the tangent at the given point. But there's something which you need to remember that is very important for this problem, which is that your m is equal to dy dx actually. So your gradient is given by your derivative at any point. So this would be our m at any point. So we just need to be given that specific point, and we will be able to find the exact gradient. So which means our gradient, which will be our dy dx, we need to go and solve for it, and this will be at x is 0 as given here, and y equals 1/2. So we'll go to the equation or the expression which we just found now, and wherever we see x, we need to put in 0, and wherever we see y, we need to put a half, and this will give us our gradient. So let's go ahead and do so. So if you observe carefully, what we will then have will be 4 times 0, which will be 0. So I'll focus on the non-zero parts, okay, because this x here will be 0 here, 0 here, 0 here, and 0 here, and also 0 here and 0 there. While the y, let's have a look. So that y there will be put in there, 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 and there. So let's go ahead and look at the parts which have y, which are not going to be 0. So on the numerator, if you look carefully, we have 4, which is 2 times y squared. And then if you observe carefully, this should be multiplied by a -1. And then that x part goes away. On the denominator, if you look carefully, we have 2 times a half, which will be y. Then minus 16 into 1/2, which is y all cubed. Then the other part will just be 0 because it is an x of 0. So if you observe carefully, that numerator there is 4 times a half squared. That will end up amounting to a -1. On the denominator here, if you observe carefully, we'll end up having 1. And then 1 over 2 to the power of 3, that is the same as 1 over 8. And we have 16 divided by 8, that gives us 2. So we have -2 like this. So if you look carefully, our gradient becomes +1. So that is what we have as our gradient. So we can go ahead now and say our equation of the tangent is simply equal to x plus c. And guess what? Looking at the coordinate here, which is 0 and 6, 0 and 1 over 2, we can clearly see what the c is. The c will be 1 over 2, because if you sub in, you will see that you'll have 0 plus c, and therefore your c will be 1 over 2. So which means our equation of the tangent at that point will be x plus 1 over 2. So this is our equation of the tangent. So I hope you do understand this question and you are able to do the working. So that becomes our answer, okay? I hope you do understand and you are able to get this question right. Very easy, and it shows a good application of derivatives. I hope you understand. Cheers.